We're with the fabulous Dee Cox.
Yes. Hi, David. How are you?
Okay, I'm just great now that I've seen you.
Yes. You as well, this guy.
Better Homes, Better Homes and Gardens,
Yes.
#1 realtor in the country.
#1. I'm here to serve, definitely.
That's great. Well, what a great place to bring us to kind of kick off this tour of Addison.
Yes, we are at the Water Tower Theater right now in Addison, Texas, right behind Addison Circle. It's a great location, one of the many attractions that you'll find here. This is a wonderful neighborhood.
Dee, what a gorgeous day in Addison, Texas. Tell us about this particular neighborhood.
Well, we are in the Bellbrook Estates in the heart of Addison. You have beautiful homes here. Most of them have at least 4 bedrooms, up to 5 bathrooms with about 5,700 to 6,500 square foot. The beautiful house that we're looking at now has a Juliet balcony. You're right, the decorations that they have out are beautiful. So this would be a great neighborhood even for the Christmas time, just to drive through when the sun sets and see all the lights and decor for this holiday season. This corner lot house off Hampton and Bellbrook has been owned by this owner for quite some time now. House is built around 1996 is what makes up this neighborhood, David.
So Dee, we're just around the corner in Bellbrook Estates from another home. This one is lovely also.
Yes, the curb appeal for this house is beautiful. You'll notice that it has a wrapped driveway, there's 4-car garage, a beautiful brick layout. It's a very nice color for the neighborhood. The thing I love about this neighborhood the most is that every house is different. No matter how close it is to a house that was built in the exact same year, it looks completely different. Definitely can see the personality of the homeowners. Beautiful doors, a glass that you can see right into this lovely home, the staircases, as well as for those beautiful balconies that you see on the front of the house. Adds a great addition to the look.
Dee, the one thing about Addison, and really the entire Metroplex, the entire Dallas Metroplex, is there's a certain amount of land that's dedicated to parks and recreation, and Addison is no exception, even though the community, really only has 4.4 square miles, and a great part of that is devoted to Addison Airport. Still, there's a lot of parkland here in this town.
David, you're definitely right. We are right here at the Celestial Park, one of the beautiful parks near Bellbrook Estates, but there are so many available to us. We'll see the Addison Circle Park today. We'll see a few of the just greenbelt areas that they've put beautiful gazebos, land, water, ducks. There's a lot of condos around that have beautiful creeks right behind it to where you can sit outside on your porch and just watch the wildlife in this area. Not very much land, no, not at all at 4.4 miles, but definitely a place where you can make this your home and live a good lifestyle in the outdoors.
So Dee, we're in Asbury Circle. This is a townhome area. Tell us about this area.
Well, this is a wonderful community. Right now we're in Asbury Circle, which was a condominium of townhomes built in 2011 by Ashton Woods builders. So what you're going to find in these townhomes are tri-level homes, 3 stories, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, and a half bath in your living area. You'll have beautiful Berber carpets, lovely dark mahogany hardwoods, wrought iron spindles as you go up the staircase, stainless steel in your kitchen, great tiling. I believe there's about at least 15-inch tiles that you have there. Granite, beautiful black splash. Just a wonderfully laid out home.
Dee, this is another area of townhomes. These are actually for sale. These are not rental properties.
Correct. We are on Spectrum Drive right here in Addison Circle. Although there is a lot of rental property that you can find in Addison Circle, we have the Allegro down the street. Post Properties have a few units here, but there are beautiful townhomes as well as for condominiums up to the 5th or 6th floor in some of these buildings. But you have an option. You can rent, you can purchase one of these lovely townhomes or even one of the condos you'll find in these high rises.
Okay, Dee, you want to talk about this, I want to say high rise, but
it's a mid-rise.
It's a mid-rise.
Not totally high. But yeah, we have a wonderful mid-rise here of condos. These are going to sell anywhere from $150 to $200 depending on the layout and the finish out of it. Everything in this area was built up around 1996. So there's a few years on the area, but not many. It's still really gorgeous, well done property.
Dee, the great thing that I see here that's really unique about this area is that you can live here and you can walk out your front door, and within a few steps you're with probably every essential service that you need.
Yes, sir, that is exactly correct. This is going to be another one of those lifestyle neighborhoods. You have even a market here in Addison Circle where you can go in and get milk and your necessities without having to get in your car and go anywhere. You have a wellness center here. Beta Light is wonderful for you to go in and get facials and different skin treatments. There's a flower shop, even a postal center. Everything you need is right here. There's wonderful restaurants for you to choose from. You have a great pizza place over here on the other side of the Beckert Park where they do the summer jazz festivals here. So let's say that you're here in July and they have live music, free concerts the whole summer, and you're out here and you're hungry. You just walk over to the Sidewalk Cafe or to the Pastazios over there, the Mediterranean Grill. There's so many options that are right here available to you. Definitely that live, work, play lifestyle. Addison Circle is going to take you right around a loop and just branch off into many different areas of residential and business development. Thanks so much, David, for walking down here with me to the Addison Circle. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods, and so I really appreciate you joining me for this tour. We are right next to the Polka Dot Bakery, right down from the Historia Wine Bar. You have Antonio's, Kampai Sushi and Grill. That's right here off of the Circle and Quorum. Just really, really great restaurants and special treat places that you have here, right here in the neighborhood. Now, right across from Antonio's is going to be the wonderful Addison Circle Park. There are places for you to sit, there's concession area, public restrooms, and lots of land. It's a very pet-friendly area because of this park. A lot of the residents in Addison Circle actually have a lot of big dogs. You'll see some very exotic, very beautiful animals over here. But it's pet friendly, it's family friendly, but it's really an urban area to where you're gonna see a lot of singles, a lot of young professionals, a lot of new couples that are choosing Addison Circle as their home due to the central location of the area in regards to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and due to the spot that it is in Addison. There's so many major companies, their corporate offices are right here off of the Dallas Parkway, so you can literally just walk to work if you're close enough, or no more than a 5-minute commute, David.
Here's your favorite wine bar in town, I think.
Yes, this is the Astoria. I love this place. They have great happy hour drink specials. It's a little cafe, so you could get a nice sandwich or a bowl of soup to go with your wine. A small little outside patio area right off of Quorum, but great, just to stop by. I've seen many people when I'm there walking their dogs and just stop, have a glass of wine on their way home.
4.4 square miles of area, and approximately 13 to 14,000 people live here. But when you look at the number of households, about 50% of the number of people working here equals the number of households. In other words, about 7,000 or so households. So there's a lot of young people here. There are a lot of singles here, a lot of young marrieds. And is that what you find when you're dealing in the real estate?
Oh, definitely. This is a spot. If you want to find a wife or a husband, this is where you come. There are probably, almost 70% of the people here are non-families. That means single. And then you have a lot of newly married couples, which means that they're connecting and meeting here. About 25% of that demographic you're going to find to be newly married couples with no children. You can definitely have a family. Again, we have the Bellbrook Estates. We have Prestonwood in the area, and that is the family environment that thrives and that built this town. It's part of the history. However, it is turned into a nicely done urban area.
And talking about the history, Dee, the town was actually named after Addison Robertson, who was the postmaster of all things from 1908 to 1916. And the town was actually incorporated in 1953. So it really isn't that old of a community at all, particularly considering Dallas is well over 100 years old.
Oh, yes, and Addison actually changed the name to the town of Addison in 1982. So there's been so many changes that have come. The great part about, the year 1953, the very next year is when a group of guys got together and built the Addison Airport. They sold it to this town of Addison in 1986, so it is now part of the heritage in the area that makes up that 4.4 miles you were speaking of. That airport is definitely a large part of the town, but it is the third largest general aviation center that you'll find in the world. So it is serving quite a few private jet owners and corporate planes. It lands quite a few things here.
And the schools, Dee?
You're going to be served here in Addison by the Dallas ISD school district, as well as for the Carrollton Farmers Branch. So depending on what side you're on, east or west, it's going to tell you and dictate where your children will go to school. Both areas are, again, very good. My daughter is in Dallas ISD, being that we're here in Addison, and she's doing a wonderful job learning quite a bit.
And the interesting thing about Addison, even though there's only about 15,000 people that live here, daytime population is over 100,000 because it literally is in the heart of the North Dallas area. You've got a tremendous number of businesses here, but even more so, you've got lots of restaurants in this area and lots of hotels.
Oh, yes.
So give us a couple of hotels and restaurants that you're familiar with.
Well, firstly, there's over 4,000 rooms here that you'll find within the 22 hotels that you're going to find in the area. Some of the larger ones are going to be Crown Plaza, as well as for the Hotel Intercontinental Dallas and Marriott Quorum Addison. Those are three of the larger ones, but there are Hyatt House and other little eclectic type of hotels and extended stays if you're traveling in the area. Because of the Addison Airport, how close we are to Dallas Love Field, and DFW isn't bad either getting to this area. This is a highly toured area of Dallas. When there's major events, a lot of people stay here in Addison, as well as with the corporate travelers, you'll see them housed here centrally located so that they can get what they need to get done during the week and have a great place to eat. So you asked me about food. So many places, from Nick and Sam's to Houston's to Chamberlain's. There's two Chamberlain's, the Fish House and the Steak House. The Steak and Chop House is here. You have a Kenny's Italian restaurant, as well as for his wood fire grill. Nate's is some of the best crawfish you're going to find in Dallas, so you have to check that out off of Midway. There is Jack's, which is a wonderful little private steakhouse that you have in the area, and plenty to choose from that. You can drive up and down Beltline from Preston all the way to Marsh and find plenty to eat here.
And lastly but not leastly, there's actually a pretty nice and famous museum here.
Yes, there is the Kavanaugh Museum, which is located at the Addison Airport. It has been there for quite some time now, and they feature warship planes and other antiques that are just a beautiful thing to see, as well as for the Mary Kay Museum is here too, David.
Dee, you're always so delightful to work with, and you've donated your time today, and I want people to come buy a property from you, Dee. Tell people exactly your name and how they can get in touch with you.
Thank you so much for that, David. I would love to serve anybody looking to live in this area, live this lifestyle, or even any of the homes that you'll find right around here in the Dallas area. But you can reach me by contacting me by phone, email, or a website. My name is Deidre Cox, but D in Dallas is the best way to find me. That's DIN_DallasTX@gmail.com. My cell number is 972-854-9277. And feel free to begin your search at texasmls.com. I work for Better Homes and Gardens, the David Winans and Associates broker here in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I would just love to serve you. Give me a call.
And it's DEE, isn't that correct?
DEEIN DallasTX@gmail.com. Yes, sir, David.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure people know how to find you. Dee, you're adorable. You're
Thank you.
always a pleasure to work with. We really wish you the best.
Thank you so much, David. Until next time.